All right, we're live. We're live right now. First ever episode. First live stream for Wednesday night. Reggie will probably get some crazy questions, but we'll probably get some good ones too. So you never know who's gonna pop up in here. So first, while we're getting started, and people are funneling in or whatever, how did the interview go with the 313 Live the other day? I caught a bit of it. I didn't see the full thing, but I saw part of it. It looked like it went pretty well.
Yeah, it's good. It went well. I'm reviewing the different comment sections and stuff like that. I was glad to get everything worked out between myself and Real. He seemed like a real good brother. I think I kind of offended my boy J-Mix along the way, but he had kind of pissed me off earlier that day anyway on some things he said, so It's all good. But I just want to reiterate to J-Mix that it ain't about him. It's always been about RJ anyway, so I hate that he's taking it personal, but that's all good. That's all good. I got lined up coming on with us tonight, and so, like I said, this is not going to be about us and all the conspiracy theories and mainly the Tupac thing. It's just for people that want to know about stuff that was going on around the Death Row days,
right?
Like that, and try to bring different people on each week. Kind of last minute. I had a bunch of people tell me, yeah, next week. So this in the coming week, we're gonna have Kevin Hackey. Of course, we're gonna have Greg Hayden.
Okay.
We're gonna have the producer for A&E show, Stephanie. She may even call in tonight. She's working on the set of Shaft in Atlanta right now.
Okay.
But she's going to be Stephanie Frederick. She's going to come on. Big C Style. He just flicked out on me and told me he's not feeling well. He's real sick. He promised me he'll be on next week.
Okay.
So right now we got K-Dub, who's Kevin Williams. He was one of Shiz's homeboy. Y'all can talk to him about the EV thing. He was one of the guys that was with him when EV signed over Dre. He was also one of the guys in the entourage when Tupac got shot.
Okay.
And he was also, I believe, I'm not 100% sure, but about 95% sure, was the guy that was with Trayvon Lane at the Foot Locker incident.
Okay. The Lakewood. Yeah, the Lakewood Mall thing.
Lakewood.
Yeah,
the Lakewood Mall. He's been around a while, and he grew up with us. And he's really knowledgeable on a lot of different things. So he should be joining me.
Okay.
And then also we're going to have, Javon Jones, the realist. He's going to come on for a minute, and y'all can ask him some questions. He should be calling in.
Okay.
I didn't tell him to call in until about 7:10 just so we can talk and see how everything's working.
Right.
And so we can take a few questions. But like I said, I don't want it to be about the stuff that I've been talking the last couple of months. Just want it to be about what people want to know, questions they want to ask. Because they always seem to think, things are misleading or other people not being hard enough or other people not asking the right questions.
Right.
So let's let the people that's on the comment section, let's hear what they got to say.
Okay.
So let's get started. Let's not talk too much.
Yeah.
Let's hear what the people got to say.
7 Mile Rook wants to know, he wants to ask you if Puffy rolled up on Suge behind the House of Blues. Apparently Puffy said this in an interview. I don't know if it's true, but to your knowledge, did you ever see Puffy roll up on Suge at any point?
Yeah, I think I heard an interview with Big Deal said that Eugene Deal. I don't recall that. I never heard that. It's very rarely that I wasn't out with him, so I'm sure I was with him. But in our town, Puffy pulling up on us, and there's not been a confrontation, especially after Big J got killed. I don't believe that.
Okay.
Not at all.
Okay. Brandon Lee wants to know if there are any more details on the mob guys rushing the stage at the Source Awards. I don't know. Brandon, are you talking about the later Source Awards, like the 99? Was that 99, Reggie, when that happened?
Well, all right. It was two incidents. I don't know if they're talking about the one that I mentioned about the Soul Train, but at the Source Awards, that was the one in Pasadena. And I think, I forget who we was trying to get at there, but yeah, that happened. But shit, I don't remember. It just got shut down. We was just trying to shut down stuff. They were hating on us. They were mainly making stuff on the West Coast, the East Coast thing. and that's why they moved it back to Miami and all of that. Because I went and had a meeting with the staff with Frank, and Frank is the guy. He used to work for the Source, and was on the A&E on the A&E documentary. He was like the guy that ran the Source, not what was his name? Dave Mays. He was Dave Mays' right hand, and I kind of told him, I was like, hey, we're gonna have to have some representation out here, y'all. Like, we'll just be having all the East Coast brothers up here, and then on the West Coast. And so at the last minute, not at that particular award show, but the one when we ran in the M&M that time, they put Daz and Corrupt. We had them present an award. That was when Violator was high. I remember that. That was when Puffy did that. He did that little skit on the Violator, when he danced to the Violator song. That song was real high.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it on that.
Okay. Okay, I'm trying to see. If you ask questions about conspiracy stuff, we're probably not going to address it. Not that there's anything wrong with you guys having conspiracy theories, but it's just some of the stuff we want to get to questions about back in the day. So if you guys have questions about back in the day, let us know. Killer Thug Remix wants to know, do you have any stories about The Realest? Any interesting stories from back in the day when you were up there and he was signed to Death Row?
I'll let him answer those things when he come on. But, The Realest was just someone that was an experiment that didn't work, even though he was a hell of a writer. He was a very good talent. It was just bad timing, and it was a bad experiment. And but he's a good dude, hell of a writer.
Mm-hmm.
But he sounded too much like Pac. People didn't like that.
Okay. Do you have any stories do you have any interaction with Eazy-E at any point, or was that after when you came to Death Row, was that after the whole Eazy-E stuff?
It was after I came. Well, no, that's not true. I was there. I was around when Eazy passed, but not during any of the incidents. But K-Dub would be able to answer that because
right.
I know he was around there. So we'll let
okay.
K-Dub. But like I said, we grew up in Compton, so I knew him. I worked a video shoot for him as a cop. That one that he did in the Compton City Jail and stuff when he was good for Death Row.
Mm-hmm.
I did some security work for him as a cop, but other than that, I eventually signed Drakester. I don't know if y'all remember. I think on the Two Gangster for Radio or on the Crime of 2001 of those, I let Drakester do a song. So me and Drakester got real cool. He was a good brother.
Mm-hmm.
But that's about it.
Okay. Was there any bad feelings when you got Drakester to come over because he was such a prominent, ruthless artist at the time when the whole diss records were going back and forth, or was that stuff kind of water under the bridge at that point?
Yeah. Drakester was cool. He was a real professional. I think it was 5 or 6 years later. Him and Ruthless or Tamika probably got filled out, and shit, he was just trying to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Okay, Justin wants to know. Here's a good one. Justin wants to know what your favorite Tupac song is. Do you have a favorite?
Oh, yeah. Anything on All Eyes on Me. Just one. I'm not a big California Love. I think I heard it too much. Probably two of America Most Wanted with him and Snoop. I can listen to the whole All Eyes on Me album, to be honest. The Machiavelli album was good. Hair Mary and all of that, but I was more into All Eyes on Me.
Okay.
And Dear Mama, just because I'm soft.
Right. I think everybody likes Dear Mama. If you got a good relationship with your moms, then you gotta like that song. One guy asked something crazy, not crazy, but let me see. He said, when Daz used to get into it with Suge, did he used to slam Suge around? Because I guess Daz would say he used to get in fist fights with Suge at some point. I don't foresee that, but anything you can add to that?
Hold on 1 second. I heard that question. The Realest caller again. I'm about to collect him one.
Okay. Anything about the Patton brothers and stuff you guys are asking, it's so stupid. We're not going to address it, and I don't mean to disrespect you.
What's up, baby? Big dog, what's happening? then you on the phone with me and John and a bunch of his fans. We on live. I went on the first UN. They asked me some questions right now, and Big John, he addressed some questions to you, and you can go and ask them. People going to start asking you some questions, and you can just jump right in.
Yeah.
K-Dub, you get jumping on in a minute and calling. So once K-Dub calls, he'll be on the line with us as well. But John, you was asking me something about. Tell me who you was asking me about, and I'll finish answering that question.
I forget. Oh, the last one was did Daz, when Daz and Suge would get into it, Daz used to say that he used to wrestle with Suge, or that he tossed Suge around and whatnot.
Daz, when people ain't there to respond or you say it in front of somebody, Daz is bullshit. Daz wasn't like that.
Okay.
No, that ain't never happened. Suge was over 335 pounds. Daz was probably under 200 pounds. Come on.
Okay. Okay, Realest.
I see one from my boy Kenneth McLean I want to answer.
Oh, go ahead.
And it said, Suge think Wolf killed Big J?
Uh-huh.
Or was it Jason Brown who killed him? I don't think Suge knew who the person was. People don't know, but Suge has diabetes real bad. And his vision is not the best.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think he knew who Wolf was or Jason Brown. He knew who Puppy was and all of that.
Right.
All I believe that he knew was somebody that was with Puppy and then Puppy's entourage.
Okay.
That had something to do with Big J getting killed.
Okay. Realist, they were asking earlier about the 99 Source Awards when everybody wore the Two Gangsters for Radio T-shirts. I don't know if you were there or if you heard about it afterwards. If you have any insight as to how that night went. Somebody asked that earlier right before you were on.
You talking to me, John?
Yeah.
What did you ask me?
Somebody asked if there was any more information about the 99 Source Awards when everybody showed up with the Two Gangster for TV T-shirts, the red shirts. And I don't know if you went that time.
Yeah, you all was there.
Okay, yeah, there was.
Yeah, you all there.
Okay, somebody was just asking if there was any funny stories from that night or anything.
Yeah, I mean, the night started off at Death Row Records in the parking lot. One of the funniest things ever. We all in the limo. Me, Sean Dog, Daz, Swoop G, and Swoop G and get into it in the goddamn limo, and Swoop hit Sean Dog in the mouth and split his lip wide open. I was like, oh my God. And Daz pulled something out, and you know what I'm saying, and everybody trying to jump out the limo and running through the parking lot. It was a mess. It was a big mess, and that's how the day started.
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 or 5 limos waiting, all the homies in the parking lot. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas just drinking, but that's how it started out.
Hey, man, I don't mean to cut you, man. We got a lot of questions, so let's go into it. But there's a lot of people hitting us up, and I don't want to lose them. So
okay, yeah, but that was one of the stories though. Daz and Swoop G started the day off like that with a fight. You know what I mean? But they worked that shit out, and we all rocked out and got to the Source Award.
But we did rush. It was in Pasadena when we rushed. Well, the stage got rushed and all of that, and they closed it.
Yeah.
But it mainly was all about they was disrespecting us, and not just us, the West Coast. If you look back at it and look at the lineup there, they was doing stuff out here in California, but they wasn't recognizing any of us.
And they weren't helping us get on back then. They was trying to push us out the way.
Okay. All right. Realist, this Killa Thug remix wants to know what your favorite Tupac track is. Do you have? It's a hard one to answer, but I don't know if you got a favorite at the moment.
It's never been released. It's a record nobody ever heard. So, out of the stuff that came out, Bird Lil G's the solo version.
Okay. The one with the 5 verses.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see what else we got in here. This thing about Malik, we're not going to address that because that's a fraud. Let's see. First punch it in. Okay. Okay, we got to get some more questions going in here, guys. Okay, here's one question for the Realist. Did you do any other work on any other Tupac songs other than Life Goes On clean version? That's from Taker Kane Fan 108.
Did I do any other work on any other Tupac song besides that? Who said I did work on that record? No. You know what I'm saying? No. Who said I did work on that record? Next mission.
Okay. Did Mopreme, Reggie, you may know this. Did Mopreme really get jumped and forced to get nude and leave the studio at Can-Am? I think they're confused. I think everything happened in New York. Yeah.
It happened in New York. Tonight, that's when I kind of knew too. If anybody listened to the real thing, when I said after we got back from the Saturday Night Live taping, Pac said him home. It was because of that. Him and his sister. The homies kind of. We was around, we was in the hotel. We didn't have no females around. No niggas got drunk, was high, started tripping. And they took it out on Mopreme and Pac's sister, this dude named, I think his name was Jason or Jake or something like that. And they made him get naked and go outside and throw snowballs up in the air and all of that stuff. Shit, you know, the whole thing was like Pac. If we can make these niggas do this and they'll do it, you know, what can the enemies do to them when they go to tell things or to, you know, to get at you? And so that's when Pac, you know, sent him home after that incident. I think he was a little embarrassed.
Okay.
But I don't want to start no beef with Mopreme. I don't have no problem with that, brother, but that's the truth. And that's what happened. I hate that got out, but I'm trying to be an open book and tell stories.
Okay. Rolex Enterprise wants to know if you went with Suge after Dre left to collect the masters from Dre's house.
No.
Okay.
I wasn't one, but that did happen. And it wasn't something. It was just some. Dre had stopped coming up to Can-Am and stopped recording up to Can-Am. He would come in, dip his head in and out, but he got a studio at his house, and he had like his own people at his house that the Chatsworth. And they were taping. He had a nice recording studio there, and people that used to record there was like this chick named Nancy, Sam Sneed, and then I guess whatever Dre was working on. But the funny way is how he got in there was he lied and told him there's Jimmy at the gate. Jimmy Iovine. And that's how he got in the gate. They let him in the gate. He went in there, and they should. It take Kester right to tell you the story. Who was the engineer? And I'm sure you heard it real. When Kester said they were running all over the house and hiding up under the name. Everybody was hiding and stuff when they came. But yeah, that's a true thing. It happened, but Drake went on and gave it all up, and that was after you know, a couple of weeks after the, you know, Dre had decided he was going to go and start after now.
Okay. Realest, can you talk a little bit about the first thing that you were on was the gang-related soundtrack on 2 tracks with J Flex. What was the recording session like that for at the time?
J Flex, phenomenal writer. In my opinion, besides the DOC, the second person that I learned a lot from with his pen. That's where I got my pen from. Me and J Flex would box with the pen. His freestyle was immaculate. I learned a lot from him. Him and Barney. The sessions for the gang related, I was hella young, man. I was 19, 20 years old, I believe, or so, 21. But Flex taught me a lot. Those sessions, one of them we did at QD3 in his house. That's when I first met Tech 9. And but great sessions, some of the best sessions of my life. The Change to Come with Muhammad D and Cool in the Gang. We actually flew all over the place to get their records put together. We had to go to Boston, went to Cool in the Gang's house and got them to get on it to play the live instruments. It was a thrill of mine just to see Cool in the Gang just do what they did. And my manager at the time, Karen Chapman, she put all of that together, man. And you know, good person, pushed the code line for us, and you know, it was just good working with Flex, Barney, Karen, QD3, and just the fight that she had to do to get those records put on that soundtrack.
Yeah, that's him, John.
Okay. Can you ask him to call back and I'll patch it in so we'll, all four will be on the line?
Sorry. Let me try to get the number. I'll put you on hold.
Okay.
Go ahead and deal with it.
Okay. Realest, who was your favorite person to work with during the Death Row days? Did you have a favorite artist you like to collab with?
Rapper-wise or producer-wise?
Either or.
Rapper-wise, I work with everybody. I just have fun with everybody, man. From the tradies to the Scoop G's, the Dash, the records I did with those guys. And, you know, it was just collective agreement. Everybody I worked with, man, it was cool. You know what I mean? But I did my best work when I was by myself.
Okay. All right, let's see what else we got. QD3. People are asking if there'll ever be a Death Row Days 3. I don't know about that. That's up to you, Realist.
Yeah, it's gonna be. If it's a 3, where does number 2 come from? You have a 3, 4. It's gonna be more, and okay. It's a lot. We already, me and Big C start putting something together right now. We're gonna do the real Death Row Days. I see some website out there. They got Death Row Days. Thank you, guys. But I started it, so now I'm gonna really come put my staple mate on it and really take it where it needs to go to. Okay. So get ready. We're gonna really do the Death Row Days to the max.
Okay. Big Dog 9111 wants to know, Realist, any plans on working with Sibo again?
Sibo?
Yep.
Hell yeah. Sibo on his way out to LA right now. He's gonna get in the studio this weekend. He's actually driving out right now. We got a session booked Friday.
Okay.
You know, me and both we make some classic records, man. You know, so we're gonna get the studio and get working starting on Friday.
Okay. Perfect. Reggie, where's Reggie at? Reggie's getting Kate. Oh, there he is. He's back. Okay.
I'm back. He should be calling you back.
Okay. Okay. Rose, you go back with K-Dub, right? Was he there during your Death Row Days experience?
Hell yeah, man. Okay. K-Dub done did it. He done did it all. Okay. Shit, man.
Yeah. Reggie, this guy wants to know, when do you recall Young Noble coming to Death Row? Are you there, Reggie? Oh, you might be texting. Okay. Asking about P. Tupac is known to carry a weapon. Did he ever carry a weapon? Okay. Let's see. Realist, when was the last time you talked to Suge? DJ AG wants to know that.
I talked to Suge last 2018.
Okay.
Probably like 2013, 2014, somewhere around there.
Okay. So it's been a bit.
Yeah.
Did you ever have a bad relationship with Suge, or not so much? Everything ended fine. It just wasn't the right fit?
You know how it is.
Yeah.
It was like a little brother, big brother relationship. Bump heads, don't bump heads, cool. I'm my own man. You know what I mean? If I didn't do what you want me to do sometimes, cool, we'll bump heads. We see each other in the streets is love. But it wasn't nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't, motherfucker ain't coming to my house.
Okay, hold on. K-Dub is calling.
Can go to some...
Hold on 1 second. Hey, K-Dub, hold on. I'm going to merge you in.
All right.
Okay, everybody's on right now. Realist, Reggie, K-Dub.
Yeah.
All right. Realist, are you there? Reggie? I can't. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if they call back because it's supposed to be confident. Okay, Reggie, are you there? No? Okay. We'll talk to you for a minute, K-Dub. For people that don't know, how did you first get down with Death Row? And I know you have a really early relationship with Suge. How did all that come about back in the day?
Well, first, man, it was basically Suge was working with Easy and Dre and them over there in DOC doing a little bodyguard work and all that, and we was trying to figure out the way to make some money. So he was staying out Easy, was doing, being pretty
be successful with what he was doing, so we figured we may as well try to start a label.
Okay. So you were pretty much involved from the very, very get-go.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Okay. I don't know if you want to speak on it, but were you? Do you have any stories about the night that Eazy-E signed the release for Dre and Michelle and DOC so that they could actually start doing stuff and form Death Row? Oh, hold on one second. I'm gonna come back. That's Reggie. Just hold on. I'm gonna merge these calls and hold on one second. Hey Reggie, hold on. I'm gonna merge you in right now.
Okay.
Okay, Reggie, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
KW, you there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just asking him about the night that Eazy signed the release.
You can strike that one. You can go ahead and strike that one.
Okay. Okay. So no go on that one. Okay. Here's a question, Reggie. You're not going to be. Somebody asked if you're going to be involved, Reggie, with the Greg Caden show, but I don't think that's accurate, right?
Well, they got a guy that's portraying me in it, but I don't think it's going to be that much.
Okay. Okay. KW, do you want to talk about the night in Vegas that all the drama went down with Tupac?
That's cool. You could do a little bit of that.
Okay. You were in the entourage.
K-Dub was at the house, and when they went, you could probably tell what they did after the MGM. You know, where they went, who they saw at the Luxor and all of that. I guess.
Mm-hmm. So
you can speak on that. You can speak on that. If y'all went to the house, if y'all went to the Luxor, where did y'all go?
Oh no, well I was at the Luxor first. They came and met me. They met us at the Luxor. We was outside in the Luxor in the front, chopping up. And that's when Pac came and told me that they had just got into it with Lando.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you knew then? He said then?
Yeah. We said it right then and front, bro. And then I went to, we was out there, went to the house afterwards, the field house. And chilling there for a minute. They were changing clothes, getting dressed. It was just a lot of jibber jabber, chatter, and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And then we stayed there not too long. Then after that, we left and ended up back on the strip. And right before we got to Flamingo, that's when a little motorcycle, bike cops pulled up, talking about the music was loud and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, that was like right at the corner, like almost at like Vegas and Flamingo. So as we made that right turn, we got down. It's at the first light, and it's like the light in between the little block where there's another casino to the side. We stopped right there.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like a lot of congestion. Then we pulled up, and then the next light was when we got the Kovar, and we stopped at the light. I was in the front. So basically, Sugar was behind me. I'm leading, so
okay.
Everything that happened behind me, I had to look back.
Okay.
But like I said before, when I didn't see the car pulling up from the side. I just really, the shots is what got me going. When I heard the shot, the first shot sounded like like I said, it was an explosion. And then I ducked. I went down I was under the steering wheel basically.
Okay.
And the shots, they was like, it was real intense. And they wasn't like a rapid succession, you know. It's like sort of like taking its time, like a boom, boom, boom. Wasn't going real fast. Like took his time with it. It was a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then shit after that, I looked in my rearview mirror and I see Pop trying to climb over the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
The car was full of smoke. When I got out to the back, Suge was paranoid. He was shook up. He didn't know what really went on, you know. And everybody was saying like he had something to do with it and all that shit. But if they could have seen his face, then they would totally understand. That wouldn't have ever even been a statement.
Okay. When Pac came and told you that he had gotten to it with Orlando, did you guys think anything of it? Like, oh, there may be repercussions, or were you just like, it was just another night?
No, I said, well, I'm saying truthfully, everybody wasn't thinking the same.
Okay.
You know, and some were thinking, you know, shit, it was a Hollywood stunt. some of us was in reality and thinking like, okay, this shit is real. It might spill over the way something more serious than this.
Okay.
Basically, that's what happened.
Yeah. After the shooting, how quick did you guys know that it was Orlando and them, or did that take a minute?
I mean, I never saw him, so I can't say it was him. I was everything was behind me.
Okay.
I can never say I've seen who was exactly in the car, but just a speculation, just like, you know, shit, just the way it happened. You could only assume it was him.
Okay.
But like I said, I didn't see, so I can't say that I saw something that I didn't see.
Right. Okay. Were you with Trey the day at the Lakewood Mall incident? Because that kind of refers to why, or people want to know why Tupac rushed Orlando and all that stuff, and if it was really over the death row chain and all that stuff. Do you want to speak on that, or you want to skip that?
You can strike that one too.
Okay. All right. Reggie, you see any questions in here that you want to answer? Anything that's popping up?
I'm going enough.
Let's see what people are talking about. K-Dub, did you visit Tupac in the hospital?
Supreme asked, people asked the realest, what happened with the website? Been waiting for you to get it up. And how about your IG? Supreme is a good supporter of Ball First Channel.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, Real?
I don't know if he's on. I think we lost him when you dropped out.
Yeah, I don't think Real on. I ain't heard Real not one time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If Realist can call your line and then you can patch it in, but that's up to you.
All right.
Yeah.
You call back, I'll patch it in.
Okay. Okay. Okay, Reggie, here's the question. Reggie, when Hindog and Buntry came to the club after the shooting, did they say who shot Pac?
Well, it wasn't Hindog, it was Neckbone. Neckbone and Buntry came to the club. They never said their name. They just said Suge and Pac got shot.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, I thought it was like a joke, but you know, they were not a joke. But you know, they niggas was pulling my leg because I went with them. But once I saw all the police cars pulling up, that's when I knew, you know, some truth to it. The real call is back now talking about the emerging man.
Okay. All right. K-Dub, do you have any favorite stories with Pac that you want to share with the listeners? Anything that when you think of Pac, you think back to this certain time or this certain story?
Yeah, Real.
I remember this one time we was sitting and we was in the house at the penthouse on Wilshire and we was smoking. And he was telling me that he felt that he was a prophet, that he was truly a prophet. And he said that people that are prophets, they could see it's visions that they had. They could see it almost like a prediction of the future and what's going to happen and all that. Mm-hmm. And to me, I believe that's one of the main reasons why when people say, you know, he predicted his death and all that, he just has certain feelings and certain premonitions, you know what I'm saying? And when he explained it to me, I understood it because I totally understood exactly what he had because I've had certain kind of experiences myself as well. So for him to say that, it was like it's real trippy for him to say that, and then for him to honestly just do and sort of predict it when I'm hearing him say it, that was like sort of real trippy, like.
Mm-hmm. At the time, were you just think it was just when he was in the studio, were you ever around in the studio days or not so much? Like, would you go to sessions?
It was not so much. I was in and out, not so much here and there, there and here.
Okay.
K-Dub was there, really. K-Dub was there at the beginning. Him and Miles James were two of the first ones that was around that really kind of brought Suge to the homies. I can honestly say that about K-Dub. You don't want to speak on much of the stuff that happened earlier. That's when it really grinded to get the company started. But K-Dub was there. But see, K-Dub's problem was he was always a self-leader where most of us could take the back seat, especially Buntry. That's why Buntry was always Suge's like right-hand dude. Because he was real easy going. But Suge used to like to feed money, you know, like hand feed us. What K-Dub knew how to make money, so he went out and made his own money. And so that's why K-Dub and Miles James always were in and out. But question I saw about Louisville that asked about Raphael and David Mack. I want to get that out before we, get cut off and stuff.
Okay.
Man, I ain't never knew no Raphael Perez or David Mack. They done gave up each other. They done talked about all their homeboys and stuff like that. And have not once have anybody from that crew of all those guys indicted by Rampart and the Rampart Council ever mentioned my name or that they know me. So I don't know why people want to keep throwing that out. But Compton cops and no LAPD cops like that. Those was not my boys. Those were Kevin Game boys. It don't make sense. I want y'all to understand. Maybe white people do that. And I ain't trying to be racist or nothing. Black people, they don't let nobody be hanging around them, making money off of them. That's sleeping with ex-girlfriend, a girl they used to like, and especially their estranged wife. And that's what Kevin Gaines was doing. So no, I didn't know Kevin Gaines. I didn't know David Mack. And I didn't know Raphael Perez. And he never worked for Right Way Protective Services.
Okay.
All right. But I know this ain't about me, and I don't want to get into the Tupac stuff anymore. Because I'm saying a lot of good questions. We want to try to get to most of them. And it's mainly about Real and K-Dub, and I want them to do their thing because y'all been listening to me for the last 2 months. And as Jay Mix called me, Reverend, so we tired of me preaching, so I'm going to stop preaching and let my homies preach.
Okay.
K-Dub, let me hold some money, K-Dub. What's happening, baby? Let me hold some money, man.
Hey, Real.
What's your little homie? What's your little homie?
What's good with you, man? Hey, I thought about that. Real ain't been on here not one time. Yeah.
One Mari, man, Hello.
Hey, y'all call yourself, each other on the phone right on. Real. Yeah. One of the people want to ask you, what's up with your website and your IG account? I guess it's not down, or you want to tell them where it's at?
Website down, been under construction. I just left it alone for a while, you know what I mean? But John's gonna get that back popping for me. If people don't know, John run that, so John's gonna get that right going. And my Instagram right now, I just got a company out of Miami gonna get that back popping. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And John is in conjunction with that. So everything's gonna be up and rolling right now. So everybody get some. I'm gonna throw some leaks from you. I got 200 songs. I'm just gonna leak some stuff. So there it is. I'm gonna just start leaking music, and everything will be flowing in the next 30 days.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Then we'll put it up, and we'll have John put up your information on that, John.
Okay.
Yeah.
K-Dub, after the shooting in Vegas, did you hang around the hospital during those first couple of days when it was thick?
No, I had to get back to the city.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Oh, somebody asked, and I don't know if you want to speak on this, Reggie, but somebody asked, and if K-Dub, if you were there, if you want to speak on it either way, but when the incident happened at 662 with one of the Wu-Tang guys, do you know which one it was that got his chain snatched? Because I've heard that it was Genius, but I've also heard that it was RZA, so I didn't know which of the two it might have been. So, and I don't know if you even remember because it was so long ago, so far back.
I thought it was all the time. I always thought it was RZA.
Uh-huh.
I forget how it happened, but I do remember kind of being a part of one of the ones dragging him out of the club and taking me to the police and letting him deal with Vegas police because we had Vegas police at the door and we was working inside. And I always thought it was RZA, but maybe it was RZA with the dude Genius or whoever. Because I didn't know. I don't know a Wu-Tang member now, so I wouldn't know who they was. So
okay.
But that did happen. But I think we all got it worked out. Shoot kind of got in there and got his chain back and stuff.
Okay. K-Dub's this Big Dog 9111 asked, and I don't know if you know this or not, but was it really the bike cop that opened Tupac's door after the shooting, or was it Suge or Frank? Because they've heard various things. I don't know if you saw it or if you want to speak on it.
What's that? Ask the question one more time.
After the shooting in Vegas, like directly after, they've heard various stories that one person said it was the bike cop that opened Tupac's door to let him out. Somebody said it was Suge, and then Frank said it was him. So I don't know if you were there, if you remember who pulled Tupac out of it.
It wasn't Suge because Suge was in the middle of the street. Suge had his hands up, and then boys like when he did and he told some of the truth, but he didn't really tell all of it. Like, you know, it's like they was sort of on Suge as well, you know, and he had his hands up and he was like, well, if you don't put your motherfucking hands down, I'm going to shoot you myself. If you don't put your hands up, I'm going to shoot you my fucking self, was his exact words. And it was such of a melee. If I'm almost thinking that I did see the police over there. Everybody was there. It was like, it was real chaotic. Okay. And it might have been Frank and that the other white police guy that was there first. Yeah, I believe it was like in both of them who did it. Okay. They were right there. But I couldn't really see because there was so much commotion going on, and I was on the opposite side of the car.
Okay.
Hey, I want to ask this question. Hey, did you see the people in the black Supra take off after the white Cadillac? Is that any truth to that?
No, I did not.
Okay.
There we go.
No, I did not. And I heard that story, but I didn't see it.
Mm-hmm. K-Dub, have you heard the crazy conspiracy things that people say about whether Tupac's still alive or that this person had something to do with it or Suge set him up? Any thoughts on just all the rumors and the conspiracies that went on after all this took place?
Well, basically, for one, I mean, you know, I honestly and truthfully believe that he's dead. I can't really see no other way. I can't see a reason for him faking his death. Like, why would he fake his death? And I mean, that night, I couldn't nowhere in the world fix my mouth to say that I would think that Suge had something to do with that right there in that particular way, because the way the shots were, I mean, it's like he could have easily been dead as well, because I thought they both were shot.
Mm-hmm.
Active. So for me, I mean, you know, I don't know what, like I said, what kind of fool would put themselves in that kind of position to where, you know, you're going to have somebody shooting in the car and you right there. And you know, it's like people say, well, you know, he was real close, but bullets go through. You know, Pac was a thin dude, so a 40 could go right through him and right in the shield too. So that would be sort of dumb, just in all ways you look at it.
Right. Okay.
And he got shot with a 40, and that 40 tore his whole insides up like that. So if it would have been going straight in front of him, he probably would have went straight through him. He probably would have had it in and out.
Mm.
Hey, I see a couple of questions that I want to answer, John.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Quick. Boy Brenda Lee asks, about the Warren G chain incident? I don't know about it. I know the Realest don't know about it. Not sure if K-Dub know about it or ever heard about it. But I'd like to say that for C-Style, and he's going to be on definitely next week. Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah, C-Style talk about that.
Yeah, he on that way. I'll talk about that. And then Sean Reed asked, Reggie, why did you leave Frank on Tupac? And was that him at the MGM? And was that him at the MGM? Yeah, that was Frank at the MGM. That led him out of the hotel. And why I left him on Tupac? Well, that was his assignment. Him and Kevin Hackey was supposed to bid on there. Kevin Hackey didn't show up. I didn't know that Kevin didn't show up, and that's why it wasn't two people on Tupac. Somebody asked, well, why did I worry about having two people at the hospital on him watching him when I didn't only have one person with him at the hotel or that day. Like I said, I didn't know Kevin didn't show up. We all usually met up at the hotel and rode together at the fight. Shit, it was all crazy that day. We all went different ways. And, you know, it just happened, and I didn't know Kevin Hackey didn't show up. And that's what happened with that. But shit, K-Dub could tell you how many niggas was with him. And shit, they would have been better than any security guards that I had on my staff.
Exactly. I mean, this the way the incident happened, no security guard or nothing was going to be able to really prevent that. You know, the way that it happened and the way that he did it and the way that it went down. And even if somebody would have had a gun and shot back and all that, it still wouldn't have took the fact that Pac got shot and he did.
Mm.
Yeah, and people like to criticize, you know, saying we should have been driving one next to him, one next to that, one next to that. We didn't drive like that. We drove, we did the follow the leader kind of stuff. Right. People wasn't, you know, 96, I'm sure companies and security companies and people like that learned from this.
Yeah, they upgraded their security game off of that night. But
right.
Nah.
Yeah, nah. And then you gotta look at it like this, man. Niggas was young. Y'all niggas was y'all 30s back then.
We wasn't even
30.
We wasn't even
20.
Yeah, niggas was young, my nigga. Niggas was young.
Right.
Young, man. Niggas was young with a lot of money, man. A lot of shit went on, man. Some of this shit, the people who ask me questions, just recognize that, man. There's a lot of shit going on with some young niggas, man.
One person asked Realest, they said that you performed with at a QD3 concert with Tech Nine. Did you realize his potential back in the day? I'm assuming this was like the gang related time period.
Yeah, man. I told Tech he was the biggest thing coming. The day I met him, he was in QD3 house. You know what I mean? I told you this story already. Tech Nine was phenomenal from the first day. I shook his hand. I knew he was gonna be a star. I liked his get down, his business mind, his savviness, everything about him. I knew he was gonna be something. You know what I mean? QD3 found a diamond in the rough out of Kansas City. You know what I mean? And I always knew he was gonna be something. I'm just glad you've been my homie for 20 years or more. You know what I mean? Great guy, fantastic motherfucker. He's a phenomenal artist. And I always knew he was going to be about the business, man. I'm happy for him.
Okay. If you guys want to speak on this, it's just personal opinion. Somebody asked us earlier, what were your feelings on the All Eyes on Me movie? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? Mixed reactions. What do each of you guys think of it?
To me, I think the movie, first off, well, I'm going to say I saw it before it was released.
Okay.
And the cuts before the big features film release, it was different, and it had a little bit more feeling in it. To me, it was a little bit more gritty.
Okay.
And they polished, as I said, they polished it up for the big screen, so you got to polish it up.
Gotcha.
I want y'all to know K-Dub still hang out with those Crips dudes. He's real tight with Snoop and all them. He like hanging out with them, so he's still with Snoop and them. So he be hanging out with LT and all of them and shit. So it's all good.
Oh yeah, I ain't got no animosity. Yeah, I'm not too free.
Realest, what'd you think of the movie?
Again, LT brought me in Big Style into his office, and I saw a whole other cut as well. I love the cut that I saw. Man, I'm not mad at it. You know what I mean? Because I just didn't like the way people was backlashing. It was more the black people that was backlashing. If anything, supported, because nobody else put the movie out before they were able to put the movie out. Support it, push it, and that'll open up the door for the Death Row movie to come out. Don't shit on the movie. Make sure that the movie gets everything that we can get the just due to it. You know what I mean? Okay, it's so much going on. You can't get everything in 2 hours. You know what I mean? So what you saw was what you saw, but I saw a totally different cut as well. As K-Dub just said, I went and sat down and saw a totally different cut. I like the cut that I saw, but when I saw in the movie, I wasn't mad at it. You can only tell too much about pop, man. It's too much to tell in 2 hours. So the people that's asking these questions, y'all got to think about a lot of stuff, man. The guy did a lot in 25 years, man. You know what I mean? So some stuff, stop asking. Just sit back and be glad some stuff got out.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, a guy named Brendan Lee, he asked about Pac and Master P. Only incident I ever knew about Pac and Master P was after we did a show in New Orleans, right before All Eyes on Me got released. I think it was in November or December of '95. It had to be about December of '95. We went to New Orleans. You know how they pay you for the after show? We went in there. I think they paid like $10,000, $15,000 for Pac to come and walk through. We went and sat in there in some club he had. He did a little after party, about 10 or 15 minutes. Collected the little change, and then we went back to our hotels. That's the only thing I ever knew about Pac and Master P, Brandon.
So he was at that after party thing? Master P was?
Yeah.
Okay.
Master P get hosted. It was his thing.
Okay. Right. Let's see. Somebody asked if you could speak on this or not, Reggie. But will Keefy D have statements in the upcoming Death Row Chronicles BET special?
Yeah. I hear that he's gonna try to shit on Greg Hayden and said that he lied and was just duping to get out of it because he feels that he's got cancer now, and so shit, he think he's gonna die real soon. And so if he has to go sit down, he has to go sit down. But he's trying to clear his name. That's what I heard he's gonna be saying. So don't be surprised if y'all hear that he backtrack on Greg Hayden because he hates Greg Hayden now, which I don't blame him because he put his name out there and released that book and did all that.
Okay.
And so that's what I hear is going on in there.
Okay. Golden Child, Reggie keeps asking, so I want to fit this in because he's asked it a couple of times. If I guess he's referring to Big Simon Says Publishing and saying, ask if you and Suge made money off Tupac's posthumous songs. I think you kind of cleared that in the 313 interview, but I don't know what else this guy wants you to say about it.
I'll go with that right quick. Yeah, we did some buyouts with everybody that did songs that were new on a company called Big Simon. And Simon Says Music, Simon Says Publishing. And we ain't collect a penny yet on it. And but we were going after it. I left it alone because I didn't want to get tied up in the sheer bankruptcy stuff. Never dealt with it. I started dealing with him about a year ago, and we was going to try to go after the money because we both needed some money. But since then, we stopped communicating again because he did this whole shit that he always do. And so I don't fuck with him no more, and I just kind of left it alone.
Okay. Let's see. Did you attend, K-Dub, any of the video shoots during the Tupac stuff, like To Live and Die in L.A. or any of those ones back in the day, or not so much?
Yeah, I think that was the one that was in the desert, but no, To Live and Die in L.A., that was in the hood. That was in the hood in California, that was in the desert. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was there. I wouldn't really get too much in front of cameras back then. I
right.
Really good so, yeah, I was really everywhere, but you would never know it.
Okay.
Yeah.
He shot videos back to back to back pretty much back then, huh?
Yeah, all the time.
Were any of the artists would any of the other artists get jealous that he was getting that much, I don't want to say attention, but that he was doing that much work compared to others?
I can answer that question right quick.
Okay.
The Dog Pound album, it was out, sold about 3 million. We did the New York video. We did the Let's Playhouse video. Mm-hmm. And back then, you used to get three videos. We were about to do the reality. Mm-hmm. I've never seen a video on reality. And so I can say they got cut because Pop stuff, kind of jumped the gun and it was so high. California Love had got up to 3,000 radio spins a week, which back then was unheard of. I still don't know what the radio spins are now. Mm-hmm. 3,000 radio spins a week was unheard of. Right now, so they had to jump on that and get that out. And so the Dog Pound kind of got pushed to the side, and I think they would have sold probably another 500,000 records as well. If they would have got a chance for another video.
Okay. Let's see. What was any of you guys want to answer this? Brian Thompson wants to know what Eazy-E was like. K-Dub, I know you kind of worked with them back in the day. What was your experience with Eazy-E as just as a person?
Eazy was a cool dude. Eazy was a cool, laid back dude. Eazy was about his money. And Eazy, he got to rapping like a little afterwards, but he was mainly, his thing was the money thing. Eazy, I knew Eazy before from the streets. Before all the music thing going on, so he was just a street dude. He was just a regular dude. He was cool.
Okay. You see anything you think would be good to answer, Reggie? You able to look? Tupac. Can you share Tupac?
Well, I'll read this one. I just read it off the top of it. You ask good questions. You've got Tadable. Said, can you guys speak on Pop and Suge becoming of being untouchable, going with the mob power rules, and do you think their overconfidence led to their demise? right, so I'll let K-Dub touch with that because he's closer. He's more associated or affiliated with the homies than I am, or the realest.
What was the place? What he said again now?
So they think when we start coming out with that untouchable death row, did I need to our demise? Because we thought it was, a little bit too much, hanging with the Bloods with our roots and all that. Did that lead to our demise?
It was a lot of testosterone in the air, It was a whole lot of testosterone in the air, and I think probably it seemed like almost everybody was feeling themselves in one way or the other, but I don't think it was in the right way. I think it was just a lot of energies directed in the wrong direction. We would have all those energies and good energies and pointed in the right direction, then, maybe it would not have been to his demise. But I think, just after a while and everybody sort of getting sort of Hollywood and forgetting actually, who we all were and where we all come from, and everybody was. I mean, it was sort of like, shit, it did get out of hand to where it was almost like a movie, like living a movie, and then it actually became like a movie. Mm-hmm. And shit, it ended and it ain't good at all. So I don't know. I think just back then as well, you know what I'm saying? And like you say, we were young black men, a lot of money, it's like that was sort of, it was different. So of course, everybody had, egos a little bit larger than the next guys and all that, because of the simple fact we were street, we were real street, and then we had made it to where everybody else who wasn't like we were had made it to. So it was like we were already the underdog. So I think just being an underdog, everybody's attitudes were already sort of, they just wasn't in the exact right place.
Okay. All right.
Another person that did Pac and Corrupt have and I was a DJ AG. He had did Pac and Corrupt have a fight, and if so, why? Man, Pac had a disagreement with pretty much everybody, but Corrupt wasn't the type that's going to do no fist fighting with nobody. So they ain't never had no fist fight. I don't think Pac had a fist fight with anybody. Some people talk on that sounds suspicious to them, but I don't even think he was the one involved anyway. I think it was OF TV. So, he had disagreements, but they ain't never had no fight, so I don't know where they got that from.
Okay. K-Dub, did you, and I know the answer to this, I'm just going to see if you want to speak on it though, as you were around Tupac and whatnot, near the end there, people always try to say that people that were around him claimed that he was getting ready to leave Death Row. Did you ever hear of any of that?
No, well, I was hearing he was going to start the Death Row East, but I didn't hear nothing about him leaving, and I'm almost, I don't know, because I wasn't in no meetings with them, but I know they was talking about the Death Row East situation, and they was talking about he was going to be running it. As far as their business litigation, their contracts and all that, I don't know, but I heard them saying that, so I don't believe that he was saying just like leaving, but I mean, doing his own thing with the Death Row being the distribution.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and what K-Dub did, he got it a little backwards. Death Row East was going to be ran by Eric B. and I think it was Big D now. I'm not sure, but it was somebody else that was a little higher up than Eric B. But Pac was running, this record company is going to be Machiavelli Records. And then Hammer's going to have Hammer Time, and then Snoop was going to have Dogma Style. And they all were going to be up under Death Row. And I remember he was talking to Lil J, Jermaine Dupri, and everybody. He was really just trying to get rid of the majors at that time from getting out of all the black, the urban music. But this is the question that I always wondered. Everybody always talking about Pac was going to leave Death Row. Where was he going to go? Universal wasn't going to do anything without Shiv Blessings, because that was Doug Morris and Jimmy Iovine. Shiv ran down. Def Jam, they couldn't afford it. They were having problems with Polygram at the time. So they were, DMX came and saved the day for them. So they were doing bad. Clyde Davis, that's who he had Puffy with BMG or whatever their label was. I know BMG was their distributor. So Priority, nobody really wanted to be on Priority unless you was like Ice Cube was their biggest act. And they were signing people like Mac 10 and stuff like that, so he wasn't going over to Priority. Jay-Z first album was done over there. So, who did y'all think? Quincy Jones. He wasn't going to. And the only thing he had was what, Tevin Campbell? Oh, Pop wasn't going nowhere, so I don't even know why people keep talking that.
Okay.
People wasn't into the urban music, the hip hop like they are today. There wasn't that many distributors out, and nobody was messing with no independents. Koch Entertainment, we put them on the map. Only thing they had was the Yin Yang Twins and the Outlaws. That was urban. Prior to me making that deal over there for us to take their pro catalog over there. So that's when they started blowing up. So no, I can't see where even Pac was even thinking about going if he was talking about leaving Death Row. Other than maybe having his own shit, which was their Machiavelli record, and she was dealing with the paperwork on that, distributing that, going to deal with the Jimmy Iovine's and them on the world.
Okay. So. K-Dub Heidi wants to know if you can speak on Big Jake. I know he's brought up a lot in the whole history of Death Row, but people don't know a lot about him or some of the stuff he did. Do you have any stories from times with Big Jake back in the day?
Hey, Big Jake, I love Big Jake. Rest in peace. Big Jake was a super cool dude. Big Jake was he was so cool, bro. It's like his death was that was like a real thorn, because for the simple fact, he wanted to try to do something better. You got to understand, it's the difference, right? You have some street dudes, and then you got some in the street dudes, and the industry, they claim to be, but they're not really in the streets. And for Jake, he was a real street dude. So for us being real street dudes, man, we was looking for a way out. All that other shit that was going on and all that, it's like we wasn't with it, but our whole thing was trying to find a way out. We were trying to find something different, and that's what Jake. He just really wanted to do something different, and then he was in the music, so he wanted to just be better than what he was, and he knew he had the potential to do it. And it's like when that happened to Big Jake, it's like it was sort of like it was crazy because it was quiet, it was swept under the rug, and like you said, nobody they didn't even really put too much emphasis on it. And it's like that was like something real serious. That was a real serious thing for Jake to get killed like that, and basically for nothing. Gotcha.
Okay, from your
a guy named James Owens asked. I want you guys 2 questions I'm looking at right now. Guy James Owens said, "Did Mr. Label on Death Row?" No, only thing she might have ruined Death Row was because she played 2 niggas against each other. Dre and Suge, and that's probably why Dre decided to leave Death Row, not behind any of the other stuff. I think he was just tired of knowing his partner, his homeboy was fucking knowing his baby mama. Is what I really believe. Dre left, not even getting other things. And then a guy named Pete Pepper asked Tha Realest, "Have you heard a song called 7 Deadly Sins?" Real?
He might have dropped off. Okay. K-Dub, somebody asked. Oh, you there? Realest, you back? Go ahead.
Yeah, I walked to the house. I was. Say it again, bro.
Somebody, guy named Pete Pepper wanted to know, did you ever hear a song called 7 Deadly Sins?
Apparently, it's a Pac song.
I'm not sure if I know that title, man.
Yeah. It's been rumored to be a Pac song that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I know that title.
Okay. K-Dub, from your interactions with Suge and Tupac, would you say that they were really close? as you know, many have said they were?
Yeah, I mean, you know, they were cool. They did a lot together. They spent a lot of time together. You know, and I believe that, you know, they were cool. I mean, I know they weren't enemies. They weren't feuding and all that shit like that, because you would have definitely known that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were cool. I mean, you know, behind closed doors, it was always cool. But you know, shit, as far as their business situation and all that, you know, you never know how a person feel about his personal business, and everybody don't share their personal business.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as I could see, yeah, they were cool.
Okay.
Yeah. I am the realest. Anybody they want to know? A bunch of people asking, what's up with that guy Malik? I don't know if y'all. I know K-Dub is listening, but I think it don't listen on YouTube. But the realest, you ever heard of a guy named Malik or something like that? Malik Shakur? Because I never heard of him. I've never heard anybody talk about him.
No, I have not.
He's trying to act like he was Tupac. And that giving him a lot of advice that was around. But I think the thing with Malik Shakur is far. I'm willing to bet that. People, please bear with us. We're gonna step our game up. You know, me and John, this is our first time doing this, and we're gonna get better at it. We promise. John even talking about going to buy some equipment to get it better. And like I said, we're gonna get some more people out there. These are just two of the homies that I've been seeing a bunch of people ask about. And we're going to even try to talk about Trey, which is going to be a hard one. We'll try to get him on. Greg Higgins is pretty much committed to getting on with us next week. And Stephanie Fredericks, who's one of the producers on the A&E show. And then I'll try to get
Big freestyle character.
Yeah, Big freestyle. That was like Snoop right here. He was with Snoop and his homeboy. That was real tough. He was like Bunchy was, that we consider Bunchy was to sure. That's how big freestyle was to Snoop back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna step it up and get better and stuff like that. Once again, for people that's out there, you know, like I said, it's not about J Mix. I'm just out here to try to go up against RJ Bonds, y'all. RJ Bonds has really been character assassinate me for over 10 years now. You know, you can only push a cat up against the wall for so long, and then he's gonna come out swinging. This is what it's all about. We'll take a few more questions, and then I'll let my homies go, because I know I took up a lot of their time. And but you know, anything that's out there, we're gonna try to go through. I'll try to go through this list again, and you know, I'll let John ask some more questions to Will and to K-Dub, because I know he's been getting questions about both of them for over the last 5 years.
Yeah. K-Dub, this Chris guy wants to know, many people say Suge became quite distant, standoffish, or maybe even paranoid after he got out of prison. The first time, I want to say 2001, 2002. Were you still around at that time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm always around. He wasn't really standoffish.
Okay.
He was cool. I mean, you know, that was his first prison joke. So, I mean, you know, everybody after prison their first time, it changes you a little bit.
Right. Okay. Let's see. Realest, a lot of people don't know this. During the Row era, you actually went back and did some work for Suge. Do you want to speak on that by any chance?
My thing at that time was to come get left out tight. You know what I mean? Named her Nina. Mm-hmm. And I wrote 26 songs for her, man, in 2.5 weeks. And I sat with her, man. You know, you learn her. It was cool being around her. She just gave me her whole get down, her life, what she wanted to be about, what she wanted to be seen as, and I put it on paper. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know the song on the Me Against the World, Can You Get Away? Pop wrote that about her when she was getting into altercations with Andre Rison. So the first song I wrote for her when she was telling me was her reply to Can You Get Away? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I wrote her a song called I'm Free. And that was one of the first songs I was going to record for her. You know what I mean? Then after, came up with her name, Nina, I just started getting into the gangster shit for her. You know what I mean? I wrote a song called My Main Squeeze. That was the reply to me and my girlfriend. I was ready to take her to a whole nother level. My main squeeze was Pop. She was going to keep him on her hip the whole time. You know what I mean? It was just like, I was like, let's go here, left eye. And she's like, I remember me, her, and Bunchy was sitting in the studio in the back room at Can-Am, and she was trying to roll some weed, and she pulled out a fucking onion, and she started peeling the skin off the onion, and she put her weed in the onion and started rolling the weed in the onion. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? She passed the Bunchy. Bunchy laughed at her. True story. And he hit it, and he was like, blood, this shit hits good. And she was like, this how we smoke. Whoa. She was all into that nature shit, man. She was weird. Yeah,
she didn't wear deodorant or cologne or anything.
Yeah, she was into the weird shit, man. And she tripped me out when she did that shit. I'm like, man, she peeled the fucking onion and rolled the perfect blunt. And that was her get out, man. So, that was one of the best times. We sat on the floor. You know me, I'm not the biggest weed smoker, drinking my bigs. And she was smoking away, man, and I started writing for her, man. And that's when I started writing for her. But that's when I came back over to Death Row at that time. Because, she was like, bro, I need you to come help me get some of my artists in shape. I'm like, cool, my nigga, let's get it going, my nigga. Let's go. Whatever you need, I got you. That's when I came back. As soon as he got out of jail, Roy was hitting me as soon as he got out.
Okay. And Realest was actually the one that whacked 100 back over around there. I used to take him on a couple of missions with us, him with the Pacoima guys, when we went to different award shows and stuff like that. But Realest is the one that brought Wack on, and that's when Wack started hanging around with us. But I wanted to bring this up. I didn't even know this Realest. I want to ask you about this question. A guy named Mason 1486, he asked, he got the name wrong. He said Big Draws. He said when you got shot with big draws,
little draws,
which I know little draws. Did a guy, or did you know that a guy by the name of Timothy McGee from Guerrero, Chattanooga or something like that was convicted of that murder? Did you ever hear that, or did anybody ever go to court? Yeah, I never heard anything about that case either. That's when the Realest got shot in Little Draws and Key Rock.
So they saw that case is what he said? Big Style, all of us was there.
Yeah, that's what Mason 1486 was saying.
Key Rock, everybody was there.
Yeah. So anyway,
the niggas knew what they was doing that night. They was some goofy shooters. It was over 200,000 in cash, 150,000 in jewelry. You know what I mean? We was at Echo Studios. I'll never forget it. Worst night of my life, right after my birthday. We gave the runner, the money to go get the money, the drinks, because the liquor store was closing right around the corner in a couple of minutes. So everybody bred him out. Everybody was there, man. You know what I mean? We just got off a plane from seeing Suge up in Sacramento at that.
Yeah,
it was on the Sunday.
You corrupt.
Yeah. So, and we just get through bread and began the runner. Give him a few $100 just to go, hey, go get 3-4 cases of beer, a few fists of hen. And as soon as he opened the gate up, everybody, niggas in drop top Mustangs and motorcycles pull up. Whenever they bike something, they Mustangs up and niggas jump out with choppers and pistols and start airing the whole place out. Lil Draws is sitting on the back of the trunk of my Lexus, and I'm sitting on the trunk of my Lexus, and we just shooting the shit. If you don't know, the studio was a basketball court in the parking lot. It was somebody else shooting few hoops in the basketball court. It's 11 something at night, and me and Lil Draws sitting on the trunk of my Lexus, talking about they just got back from Miami and they just got through getting into it with DMX and all this. So we just having fun and talking about all that kind of shit. And out of nowhere, man, you just hear all the gunfire go off, man. And Big Style and Daz, and they pushed the Coca-Cola machine in front of the door, and it was one of them nights that I'll never forget. Worst night of my life, because we just left the airport coming straight there, and we didn't have no guns on us. Everybody with us just left the airport. Any other night, everything would have went another way. But that night we had to run.
Okay, a guy named Justin asked, how often, I guess that's for me, because he said how often did Tupac wear his bulletproof vest? I got the bulletproof vest, and I want to say somebody put out there that a bulletproof Nike jersey or something that. And ain't nobody has no jersey like that. Do y'all go out here? Nah, blue vest this. But anyway, probably wore that vest probably about. He had it in the car, so, but if he wore it 3 times a month, yeah, if he had it on 2 or 3 times a month, I would be surprised.
Red, as soon as I got shot, you gave me mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so it is what it is.
Yeah. K-Dub, did you accompany the Tupac and all them when they went to New York for those MTV Awards or no?
No, that was a trip thing.
Okay.
Oh, you said the MTV Awards?
Yeah. When they met with Nas and all that, he might have dropped off. I think I'm looking at the phone. I think he dropped off, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
But
no, he doesn't really hang with us like that. Like I said, he was doing his own thing. He was making his money.
okay.
And so he just pretty much hung with us when we went to like award shows, when we were just going deep and stuff. K-Dub was just instrumental with Suge at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of, giving credit to what we do, but hanging out with the homies and stuff from the east side. Suge, to be honest, he used to hang with the west side dudes when he came back home from UNLV and stuff like that. He was hanging out with some guys on that side of town versus, the homies that grew up.
Mm-hmm.
Then that's when he reached out to Mob James, which I heard some people call Mob James a groupie or whatever. Mob James will shoot a homie. He was one of the only ones that was bad. Would shoot the homie and be like, nigga, go tell. Mob James by no means was a group or anything like that, but him was shoot off heads a lot because Mob James was a leader. Mm-hmm. And like I said, the hang with shit, assignment, as they call it, you had to kind of be laid back. Mm-hmm. and not so much a leader type dude, and that's why K-Dub and Mob James always kind of like bumped heads with shit.
Okay.
So.
Near the end there, when Tupac stopped wearing his death row chain, he got the euthanasia one. I asked you about this one time, Reggie, in private, but a lot of people ask. Was there any reaction when he got the new chain, or is it just like, oh, that's his new shit?
Yeah, that's all. That was nice. It was big. He had it made.
Man, nigga just happy to wear some new jewelry, man. He gonna show that shit off.
Yeah, everybody had the death row chain, so he probably wanted something different.
Mm-hmm.
But if you look at the MTV Music Awards, what was he hollering? He was bragging about how we was, a family and this and that, and we had radios and
mm-hmm.
communications with each other, and hollering death row. That don't sound like a man that's mad or disgruntled or trying to leave you, in my opinion, unless he was a good actor, so unless he was acting or something like that. I want to touch on base because I had a couple of people hit up. I don't think it was on the chat board, but I saw something about the incident with Snoop and Snoop and Tupac. Right quick, what happened was Snoop went on the radio, and you got to remember, these was niggas that just shot at him a few months ago at their video shoot. But that's to show you how Snoop was. He went on the radio and said, oh, yeah, I ain't got no problem with doing some music and stuff like that with Biggie and, people from the East Coast, because he was on the East Coast radio with Angie Martinez and all of them. And Pac was in the limousine and he was listening to it. And he was real upset behind that. And that's when he started hollering. And I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man. I'm a walking dead man. And he was saying that because he was saying people now know we're not family. We're not one. We divided. We ain't united. And that's when he was kind of mad at Snoop, and that's why he gave Snoop the love and wasn't fucking with Snoop. I mean, he was seriously pissed off with Snoop. That's why Snoop rode in the van with the security. They want to get in the car, in the back of the limo with Pac and Suge and all of them. He got in the van because after that night, we were leaving out first thing that morning. He was feeling a little distant. Pac gave him a cold shoulder. Pac was pissed behind the statement on the radio station. People said, well, when I heard Jesse recently say, well, why would he take his security off? The security flew commercial. We just took them to the airport. They didn't get on the private plane. You know, it would have been 15, 20 people on the private. It wasn't a big plane like that. I didn't even ride on the private plane, so I wasn't even on the plane then. You know, we all rode back commercial. So for Snoop to say, for people to think, well, why he took security off? He takes security. We all rolled to the airport with him, got him at the private airport, and then we went and jumped on a plane and went home on a commercial flight. And so to say why Tupac was treated bad, not Tupac, Snoop was treated bad, and got his security yanked from him, that's not what happened. But he wasn't even talking about his security, his rivalry security. I think he was talking about homeboys, whatever homeboys he had. But it wasn't enough room on the private plane for everybody, so most of the people flew back on the commercial plane because we was kind of deep out there at the MTV Music Awards. So I just want to answer a couple of things.
Okay. Unless anything stands out to you, Reggie, that you want Realest to answer or that you want to speak on, we can probably wrap the first one up and remind people to make sure to tune in next Wednesday at 7:00 same time. We'll have some people on. We can answer some questions and all that stuff. Unless you see anything, Reggie, that you want to speak on or that you think Realest could speak on.
Let me look down the list right quick and
okay.
See if somebody asked what happened to the Tupac Rolls Royce. Everybody Rolls Royce got turned in after things started going down. Our monthlies got dropped from $1.5 million to $350,000, and a lot of stuff was going. Everybody elected to turn their stuff in. Everybody with David Kenner's Rolls Royce, Snoop Rolls Royce, and Tupac Rolls Royce all got repossessed or turned in. So that's what happened with that.
Okay. Realest, do you have any funny stories about the Outlaws back in the old death row days?
Outlaws?
Mm-hmm.
I used to walk we lived right around the corner from each other. I used to walk my dog. I had a dog, got some dog man named Valachi. I used to walk Valachi in front of the Outlaws' yard. These niggas didn't cut their grass, they didn't do nothing. I would just walk my dog and you see something moving around in the yard. Like, grass was like at least 4 feet tall, 3.5, 4 feet tall. You just see the grass moving. That's how I walked my dog, put my dog up to the gate and teasing, and it was the Outlaws pit bull. This motherfucker jump up hard in the motherfucker. But most funny story, that same pit bull got out and bit somebody and fucked their whole little get down up over there, man. It's a funny story. Like, a couple of days after I bit, I told him, like, man, y'all need to cut that motherfucking grass. Nobody would even know y'all had that big ass dog over there. And a few days later, that motherfucking same dog bit somebody. Word is brought.
Spring behind
Somebody said that JMX said today that or somebody saying that Orlando was on my company that I did with called True Dad Entertainment, and Orlando was signed to that.
Orlando Anderson?
Anderson, I guess.
Oh my God.
Anyway, I know. When I met the guy True Dad, I didn't meet him until about 2006, 2005. That was 2006. 2005, 2006. Orlando was dead. So, great Army dead. Whoever started that, tell him to stop it. Now, Dre did come up when I was working at American Music. He did come up, and I don't think he knew I was up there, and try to play some music and try to do something that he was doing. But once I realized who he was, I told him to get out of here.
That was Orlando's cousin, or no?
Big Dre. No, that was his homeboy that was in the car. Wanted to do this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Big Dre, but he the one that died. This girl gave him some rat poison, and he died.
Ooh, damn. All right.
It's all the bitch, man. It's the bitch. Watch the bitch, man.
They asking somebody King Third said when Tupac and Left Eye ever together. No, Sugar and Left Eye was together.
Bad.
Yeah, she was crazy.
Burn you up. Burn shit.
They messed around for about 3 or 4 months when Sugar came home, got out of jail.
Okay. Well, unless there's anything else we can.
Yeah, and Ryan Gregory, we're gonna try to get Trayvon Lane on. He a little hard. He kind of moving on with his life and trying to do some things and so. But I don't get Trayvon. Trayvon is my boy. Him and K Dub was real tight. They like best friends, but I'll get the Trey. I'll pull with some strings with him. Yeah, that's a twist.
Actually, Wack Deuce been calling me since we've been on the phone. That's probably what he was calling me.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did call for trade number.
Yeah, Wack Deuce been hitting me. I just ain't clicked over because we've been on the jack. So
okay, we'll get.
Remember yeah. So Deuce, him and Deuce holler all day.
Okay. All right. Okay. Everything else seems.
Somebody asked me how do I feel about Trey D. I didn't really have any issues with Trey D. Like I said, they kind of stayed to their side, meaning stupidest people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the homies, they kind of stayed to their side. And everybody was kind of respectful of each other. We really didn't have any red and blue problems up there.
Trey D was a real one, man. I remember we went on the road. Trey D, we was on a promo tour. Back when niggas used to have to go walk through mom and pop stores and all that. We was on a road through, man, Bun Street, Trey D, all the homies in Sacramento. And some Crips came up on Bun Street because Bun Street was flamed up. And Trey D stepped in front of him and told him, nigga, it's Crip business. And Trey D told Bun Street to back off and smashed him. I was like, ooh, no gasoline. And smashed him. Smashed them all out. I sat back drinking my cold beer like, wow, facts. Tracy D did that.
Yeah.
Tracy D was a good one. Not was, is. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna put it in past that. He did that.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else stick out, Reggie, or you wanna call this one a wrap?
Yeah, I don't want to keep our people on too long and stuff, so we did about an hour and a half. And like I said, we'll get better at this, so don't tear us up too bad. This was our first time doing it, my first time ever looking at all of these messages and trying to get through to people. If we didn't get to you guys, we apologize. But y'all know y'all can hit me up in the comment section.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all know I'll answer y'all, as long as y'all been respectful. So if anything you really got to say, hit me up on the comment section. I appreciate it. Once again, I just want to clear up, Real's my boy now. Thanks to the Real. So I appreciate Real making that happen. And, everybody want to talk about, he still probably want to still fuck my wife if he ever saw her. But I don't think she'll fuck with him. And then, she all about the money. You got a big bank account there, and I might have some problems. And then GMX. GMX, like I said, he kind of salty with me in his feelings right now. But I just want y'all to know it ain't about GMX. I don't have no beef with GMX. I hate that he's being two-faced with me right now, but he's going to turn around and be all right. It's all about RJ Bonds, man. Y'all asking why I keep doing this, why people interviewing me, why people doing it, why Reggie over here. I ain't going to be on nobody else's show, but Real, if he called me and had some questions, and bomb first. But it's all about trying to get rid of, not get rid of, because he ain't going nowhere because he's a smart man, but to get RJ Bonds off of my back and get back to the real stuff, and to get JMX to get into getting content, which you guys appear, to really want. And we're going to start doing that. Real got a whole bunch of stuff. He's been working with me to help me on this Death Row Chronicle thing. And
oh yeah,
we done found a whole bunch of stuff. So if that's what
we got shit. We got shit that motherfuckers will be like, damn. You know what I mean? And we got stories. Today is the first one. Like Red say, we gonna pull out everybody, man. I'm gonna reach out. We gonna go get whoever Reds need. We gonna make this platform the platform to be on. You know what I mean? So, you know, me and this man, we got over a dub in with business and everything else. And like I say, man, this family, my family, and everybody might don't like Reds. I fucks with it. You know what I mean? So we gonna push a line, get this up and running. The people that know that John been running all of my sites all these years. John's been running my sites all these years. So we're gonna get that back popping, and we gonna just make everything go, man. You know, no more bullshit. Let's get it cracking, man. So everybody that I got in my Rolodex, I'm gonna push them this way to get everything popping on this side.
Yep. So y'all hit us up, hit John on the stuff. If somebody y'all really want to see, we're gonna let y'all pick who we're gonna try to reach out to. You know,
yeah, I'm gonna get the DOC. I'm gonna get some niggas from day one. I'm picking my big bro DOC. I'm calling everybody. We're gonna open the doors up, man. Niggas who really was around. You know what I mean? So let's get it and let's go.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Hey, John, once again, man, thanks, man. Thanks for hosting this, taking the time doing this.
Of course.
All the listeners, not the listeners, all the you know, the fans and the people that's out there that just want to hear stories. And I appreciate y'all. I ain't gonna be the one that over there chastising nobody unless you one of them crazy fools like 808 or all of that that like to throw crazy stuff out at me.
Yeah.
Then, you know, I'm gonna respond back to you crazy. But until you tell me it's good, then we good. I don't hold no grudges. Life's too short. I mean, need y'all to put some monies on my books in a few months.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We'll get your little page going, man. SteveReds.com. Yep.
Wow. All right, Realest, thanks for coming on and answering some questions. I appreciate it as always. And Reggie, you know, as always.
It's all love, man.
Yeah, and everybody that's listening right now, tune in at 7 o'clock next Wednesday. We'll get some more stuff going, but this video will be on the channel in a minute, and then you can leave comments on who you want us to get as a guest or any questions you want to ask, and we'll take that.
Big shout out to K-Dub, man.
Yeah.
The real day one guy. G's up.
And I don't think he's ever done any sort of interview with anybody before, so the people listening were the first people to be able to ask him or hear from him.
He was on the A&E show. But
okay.
I don't know nothing about this YouTube stuff, but I was trying to explain it to him the best I can.
Gotcha.
But,
yeah, don't do none of that shit.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Until next week, we're going to take off for now.